where the wrestling truth resides.
Speaking of people getting booed, if you guys didn't see, Hulk Hogan
I didn't see the thing.
Booed out the fucking building.
Dylan, you're gonna watch this.
I know, I've heard. I haven't watched it yet. So here's the funny thing, right? A lot of people are like, "Oh, it's because of his political affiliation."
Nope.
No, it wasn't, because Undertaker very much is the same way as Hogan on the political side. It's because he's a racist.
Yeah, has nothing to do with politics. It's just straight racist, bro.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if he's said some racist shit. I don't know. If
he said some real racist shit.
He said some real racist shit.
Yeah.
He's just an asshole. That's what I just see it. But yeah, no.
Let me tell you something, brother. The crowd will still love you, brother. No, they don't, dude.
Oh, here's the crowd for you.
Or Jimmy Hart. Jimmy Hart's like, yeah, brother, I'm right, brother. I'm like, oh, shit.
Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Oh.
You know something, maniacs? I've been in this business for over 40 years, and the greatest part of my life was
he's stumbling.
He has to stumble because he knows it's
See, the thing is, when he was Hollywood Hogan and he was a heel, like, he loved this reaction. That's what he was working on. But he's out there in the red and yellow. He's supposed to be
trying to promote a company too.
Yeah.
Like beer.
He's like, here's my beer, brother. Here's my Bud Light ripoff. Because I've heard of people who've tried it and they said it's Bud Light, basically.
I've heard that too. But you, the fans, have been my greatest tag team partner because you guys have stuck with me for thick and
Just booing the fuck out of him.
I've got a new tag team partner right now. I got Hulk Hogan's Real American.
So
plugging his beer.
Here's the funniest thing.
Real quick.
Okay, go ahead, JP.
There is, and I don't even know if I can show it. I don't know if it's a copyright thing or not.
Whatever.
Pat McAfee.
It's not like we're getting struck before or not.
Pat McAfee had his podcast the day after, and they had done an entire skit based off of. Did you see it?
No, I did not see it, but that sounds hilarious.
It's a skit. I don't know if it's Boston Rob or who, but somebody dresses up as Hogan. They do an entire. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna pull it up right now. Find it.
Oh god, here we go.
As long as it's not on YouTube or wherever, wherever I can, and it's absolutely hilarious.
Let's see if I can find it.
This reminds me of. Well, it wasn't nearly as bad, but not his last run, but his first last run at the WWE, right? When he just like McMahon's like, I don't need you anymore, Hulk, and Hogan's like, all right, brother, I'm gonna work for WCW. The crowd was starting to boo him, and like you could tell he was getting flustered back then too, because he's always been Hulk Hogan, right? And it's amazing just to hear the boos, because like here's the thing, guys, like we were all Hulk maniacs at one point. You can hate the man now. Because we're all grown adults and we're all kind of like, hey, he's kind of a piece of shit. Back in the day, man, say your prayers, train, eat your vitamins. We all knew that. We all lived by that. But now it's kind of like, yeah.
Yeah.
Heads up that one of the stars of last night's show is actually doing a live press conference. Let's head over to that right now. I believe Hulk Hogan is doing a press conference to address everything that happened last night.
Welcome to this press conference that I've called the day after arguably the greatest day in my professional career. Last night, tens and tens and tens and tens and tens of millions of people watched the Hulkster bring the house down on WWE Raw to usher in the Netflix era in the Intuit Dome.
You have to play the whole thing.
I'm playing it.
With that, I'd like to open it up to a couple questions.
That's good.
Hi, Mr. Hulkster. This is Peter Penz from the Mark Times.
Yeah, I can tell you look like a Mark, son.
Thank you. I appreciate that, I guess. Booing was actually trending on X last night. I wasn't sure if you had any comments about the almost
mustache is
opening that you received when you were out on the stage, sir. Thank you.
Well, yeah, if you think those were boos, I can tell you're a fucking mark. Okay? I've been doing this a long time, kid. You get used to the Hulk Hogan. Now, I will admit, I heard a couple boos smattered across the crowd, and I'll be honest, I had no idea the people in L.A. hated Jimmy Hart the way they did. They took one look at him with his stringy hair, stupid sunglasses, and the way he was half-assed waving that flag around, and I should have expected it. Those liberal marks out there can't stand a MAGA champion like the Hulkster. But again, they weren't booing the Hulkster. They were booing Jimmy Hart. Everybody loves the Hulkster, dude.
You know what this reminds me of?
What are we doing here?
Oh, Mr. Hulkster?
What's that?
This reminds me of a lot of Simpsons references tonight because that's who I am. But this really reminds me of the Simpsons episode where Mr. Burns makes his life story, and it's like a bunch of trollop, and the crowd in the movie theater starts booing him, and he's like, "Smithers, are they booing me?" No, sir. They're saying, "Boo Earns, Boo Earns."
This shit gets so much better, and it's absolutely comical.
Parkington, South African Times.
Who let this guy in? Get him out. Get him out.
Oh, my God.
Oh, it's wild.
Hulkster, Bill Bazaranth, top turnbuckle.
Good publication.
Do you think anyone booing last night has ever tried a real American beer, and after they try a real American beer would ever boo again?
Listen, I don't want someone trying a real American beer who's going to boo. I just mentioned it. I'll mention it again. Those goddamn liberals out there, they can have their Bud Light. Those aren't real Americans. Those aren't my real Americans, dude. The only Americans I want drinking real American beer are real Americans. The Bible Belt, the Midwest, anywhere where people don't bow down to Joe Biden. And they certainly do out there, brother.
Mr. Hulkster, Dexter Bennett from the Daily Gimmick. While trying to listen to you through the booze, heard you talk about a 40-year run and how long you've been. John Cena been on his last run. Any thoughts on you maybe going on last run, and who would you like to go up against if you were to do that?
It's bad.
Yeah, sure. I got a couple thoughts. The Hulkster would love to run through just a who's who of the WWE roster. Give me Kofi Kingston. Give me Xavier Woods. Hell, give me Trick Williams. You can bring his ass up from NXT. Maybe some of the old guys, dude. Godfather, see ya.
Wait, there seems to be a
Stop it. I'm not done yet.
God.
Farouk. I'll get in the ring with his ass, too. Ahmad Plummer. You want some? I'm not scared of the Pearl River Plunge. Any one of you guys can take a seat.
Is that it? That's the end of your list?
Oh, I could go on and on, brother. But I'm going to end it at Mania with the High Chief, Sui Ui Lala Tuiate Wate. I want you, Dewey. I want you, Dwayne. In Vegas at Mania 2 nights. Hell, I'll beat your ass back to back. It'll be the biggest WrestleMania ever, dude. Does that answer your questions from the Mark Times or wherever the fuck you write for?
Thank you.
As Shawn Michaels comes out and super kicks him, he's like, you remember those matches you owe me?
I'm going to go drink some real American beer. If you're one of those jackasses who was booing Jimmy Hart last night, fuck you. You don't deserve real American beer. I'm going to go find some real Americans who love that genuine, refreshing Pilsner, dude.
All right.
I was waiting for a January 6th joke.
I know. That's the only
that's what I was waiting.
The only thing you didn't touch, yeah.
Oh, God.
I saw that, dude. That had been that was like the first thing that they had done on the show the day after. So, like, they do their show at like 11 o'clock or like noon or whatever. So it had literally been just over 12 hours after that shit happened. And Pat had already had that skit planned out. He was just like, oh. But, like, the fact that they were able to get away with it was hilarious.
That is hilarious. So Hulk Hogan's alleged reaction to being booed on WWE Raw. So the WWE Hall of Fame of Hulk Hogan was at the premiere episode of Raw on Netflix on the past Monday. The legend showed up with Jimmy Hart for a brief promo about the Real American Bureau right before CM Punk versus Seth Rollins. The Hulkster is one of the industry's biggest stars and always receives fans. Blah 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 blah. Unfortunately, right here. The reaction did not shock the Hall of Famer, as he allegedly thought it was going to be a 50-50 heading into the liberal city of LA from here on. There might be it's not because of your political shit, it's because you're an asshole.
Yeah, exactly. Because like I said, Undertaker comes out at the end of the night. Rhea Ripley is holding up the title. The crowd's hot for Rhea, and all of a sudden, and not only does he come out, he comes out to a Kid Rock song.
Right.
You know, he came out to the American Badass, which honestly is still a pretty cool song. Like, whatever. And like the crowd's like, it's the Taker! They pop because they like Undertaker. Because Undertaker, first of all, Taker's protected his character for so long. Now that he's retired, he's kind of just telling stories, like road stories and stuff. It's great, but he's not out there like, I don't want my daughter to date no. You know, it's like, bro,
I forgot about that. Okay, maybe Hulk Hogan is racist.
A little bit, dude. We were joking when I said that.
Well, I've heard some sneers here and there. I was like, I don't know, and then I remember that you saying that. I was like, oh shit, that's
why
right.
we say he's racist.
All right,
because
that's right.
He came out and said that. Like the Bubba the Love Sponge stuff, where he banged Bubba's wife, whatever. You know that stuff's like, you know. But no, him dropping the hard N, you know, and talking about his daughter, like not dating, you know. Maybe he's a little. There's a song from MPW. Everybody's a little bit racist. Hulk Hogan goes about 6 steps above that.
Yeah, exactly. So we talked about the last
Hulk Hogan's
show.
a lot racist, brother.